At the end of 2024, beginning of 2025, I decided to hold a series of interviews in New Delhi. With my friend Aditya, I went to sit with my guests in their homes and talk while he filmed. Separate conversations with 7 inspiring women: Deepa Mehta, Supriya Dravid, Ambika Seth, Jyotika Jhalani, Sonia Jahan, Ayushi Mehra, Karishma Jalani. The culmination of which I want to share with you. Each had a fierce understanding of context, fearless and led by their heart, but always mindful of their abundant intelligence. These are their fascinating journeys. Listen up. Welcome to the warmth and safety of the Lighthouse.
When I first met you, I was just impressed by the person you were and how you approached sort of characters and personalities, and you understood instincts. I was overwhelmed because it doesn't happen very often in the city, in anywhere actually, anywhere. And you were able to see my personality and you touched me. Where did that come from? That incredible instinct that you have about people.
I think people are basically very simple people. They just wear facades and they just wear masks and they wear their personalities outside rather than inside. And when you connect with people like me, I have a gift. I have a gift of being able to, almost, I wouldn't say use the word judge because I don't like to use that word, but to be able to see who the character is in front of me. I just somehow feel my everyday is a movie and every day is a reel that's being played out to me. And my journey is such. So all the people who come into my life have come in for a reason and have come in to play a part in that big, larger than life world. So when I connect with people, I just kind of go a little deep in and figure out. There's something called clairvoyance, there's something called energy mapping. We all actually think we are protecting this very, very masked inner self, but we really aren't, because the world is just, to me, I'm an open book. It's my playground.
And where does your resourcefulness come from? I mean, you're so resourceful in every single aspect of your life. Where did you learn that? Was it from your parents?
I don't think resourcefulness comes from anybody. It just comes from the person you are.
Mm-hmm.
And people connect to me. I connect to people. To me, I really value relationships. They're the most important thing to me. I don't think anything is more important in life than...
You're not an only child, are you?
No, I'm not.
No.
I'm the middle one.
You're middle
of 3. 3 daughters, yeah. I was known as the ugly duckling. And elder sister was born with beautiful blue eyes and blonde hair. And I was this rather dark, young little baby who was born. A third child, not a boy, another girl. They had lost their first son. So it was not easy. So I think I grew up with that kind of pressure, and that's probably why I became somebody who was always trying to prove herself. And I think from there, my memories of Kashmir are just fantastic, because we would go and spend 2 months of the year in Gulmarg, and then a month in Srinagar, where one of the grandfathers owned a movie theatre called Broadway Cinema. Yes, and Broadway Cinema was our everyday go-to 2:30 show.
Actually,
yes, and then we'd be sitting with our box of Sikh kebabs from Adu's and our macaroons, and that was our daily thing. And we had seen Apna Desh 24 times, so that was our life. That was our life in Srinagar. Cut to that is mothers. I've had a very strong mother, a very, very highly intellectual, highly smart mother who always looked down at me because I left school. I left school when I was 15. So for her, So for her, it was not cool for a bright girl like myself to have quit school. And she would think that I would be a real embarrassment to the family, because having an education to her was very important. To me, I told her I will do exactly what my heart dictates, and I will follow the footsteps of my father, who was my role model. He was India's #1 golfer.
His name is on the Delhi golf course.
Delhi golf
right?
course, yes. Yeah. His photograph is right there as you enter. And Billu Sethi has been known as the living legend for a long time because he passed away very young. He was only 50. I was 17. It was tough, but I think his going away made me stronger. His going away made me understand what life is all about. Also, life and death.
Yeah.
So that was the first time I was really faced with death so closely. And it was really his whole vision about how important, practice making everything perfect. The vision of excellence and how you don't compromise no matter what happens. I think that came from there. That's okay. I'm good with it. And my mother changed my name when I was 12, which was not easy. So from
what?
Savita, which was actually another name for Surya.
Yeah.
I went to Jyotika, which is light of Surya. So I kind of stayed within the realm of this larger than life, very, very kind of boisterous personality. My identity was a complete, people in school called me Savita, and I said, no, you have to call me Jyotika. I almost set the whole. I remember chemistry lab. Yeah, chemistry lab on 5. And I just kind of wasn't even listening to the fact when they were then calling me Jyotika. But I think it's a matter of just being the person you are, and not. To me, I hate it when people are trying to portray somebody that aren't. And that's what most of humanity does.
That's must be out of anxiety.
No, it's not being comfortable with yourself. If you are at the age of 2 or 3 or 4 comfortable with yourself, you will always be the personality that you were. So I'm the same person. Yeah, everybody knows me from school. I haven't changed. My changing has been an evolution of becoming a little more, I would say, grounded, learning a lot. I've been through every master, be it a Satguru, be it with Sri Ravi Shankar, be it with Osho.
How did that help you?
It was my growth process. It was my spiritual process. And today I chant. And to me, all whatever the gurus said was fantastic. That was my learning process. That was the way I grew up. And being a mother of 2 very young children at the age of 20 wasn't easy. And keeping my job at the World Bank. I spent 10 years with the World Bank.
You spent 10 years at the World Bank.
Yes. And it wasn't easy. So this was just a mixture of both. And I think at some point of time, my life had to be led by my terms and not anybody else's terms. When you become a people pleaser, then what you're doing is you're losing your own
Personality?
Not just personality, what you like yourself, and you're just doing it to please others. I was always known to be somebody like that because obviously it comes from some form of insecurity of not being good enough. I was very down. Sorry?
Delhi is like that?
I don't think Delhi per se. Every country, every city, every so-called place has a village in it, And for me, I think it's a very important thing to understand who you are And when you understand yourself and you don't have to play these games with people, I think you can start leading a much fuller life.
Do they start to be angry with you when you stop playing these games?
I wasn't playing the games. I was just trying to please them. I was just trying to be nice to everybody. But that's just inherently me.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons why when you said, how do you know so many people and how do you have so many resources? This goes down to being exactly that.
Right. And your shop at the Lodi,
I think Janavi just started with 4 karigars in my son's bedroom when he went to England to study when he was 12. And from 4, it's 400 people today. Yeah. So that's been the journey. My first store in Emporio opened actually, which was about 14 years ago. And for me, retail was something which kind of did not happen naturally because I don't understand. I'm not a dukandar. I'm not somebody who understands how to sell. But we did very well. So we started Chanakya soon after. And then, of course, we have had Lodi for a while, where I live now. So one of us called Namiyan Rose, which is beautiful organza and cashmere. And then we have this beautiful lace and crystal. Very, very great Gatsby's, 1940s, 50s. The journey's been a great journey of being able to weave the best cashmere, to do the best embroideries, to work with the best international design houses. But the most important thing is that I've been able to personalize everything. So whether it's an Ambani wedding or there's a wedding anywhere, we're first called upon for gifting. That beautiful shawl was actually made for Jamie Lee Curtis when she won the Oscars. She posted about him. Great. Just to give you a little peek on where we are going from here, we're opening our first international store in France. So it will be
Strasbourg.
In Strasbourg, yeah. In Strasbourg, and Rohit Khatter will be opening Colomanda. It was to really take our brand to all the international brands like Ferragamo and Chanel and Dior and Hermes and Armani and Burberry and 20 other brands. And I did that. And I made sure that the Made in India label was replaced with the Made in Italy and Made in France. How about this, Samar? A Janavi printed.
Oh. Yes.
One neat.
Yes.
Let's name a jacket. I think.
Was it up?
It's really good. That looks good.
What a beautiful store.